Hello, YouTube. Happy Halloween on this last day of October 2014. Well, this pretty much sums it up. Silver is down 77 cents from a month-over-month basis, where last month it closed at $16.93. Today at one point it hit, I think, 1560s, 1550s. I jumped on a couple things that I've been watching, and I just put an order through AppMex, and I'm going to pay by check in the next week, just because it got down to the mid-15s, and I'm like, I got to buy these just to close out a couple of my tubes that I've been working on for my libertads. But, 1616. That's people look at it as a low number. People get scared. They say, oh no. But I look at it as, if I'm a buyer at 21, 20, and 19, I'm jumping for joy when I see 16. I actually wish I had a ton more money to go out and just buy. For me, if you haven't watched any of my videos in the past, or if you have, you know I'm kind of goal-centered when it comes to what I'm doing, at least for this year in 2014, my first year of stacking. I saw silver come down to $19, $20 an ounce in January, and I said, it's a good time to start something new in my life. And I love having the physical. Having the physical silver, having the physical gold is just something that I love to have. And whether it's 20, whether it's 16, I just feel in my bones that over time it will, if it doesn't rise in price, it'll hold its value. I do feel that over time it will definitely rise in price, but that's over time. I hope we never have a crisis. I hope we never have to deal with the issue where, we're looking at precious metals going to $200 an ounce. That's like, in my mind, it's preposterous. But you know what? Stranger things have happened. Is this a hedge? Yes. But I'll tell you what, I have never gotten so much enjoyment in my life out of anything that is a hedge in my life. So when I look at this multifaceted investment / hobby / hedge, the truth is I'm kind of happy that I'm doing it. And if you're stacking silver, I think you should be happy too. It's interesting, silver can go down to $16.16 an ounce, and a lot of the a lot of the coins that I have been collecting, the libertads specifically, they don't budge. These coins don't budge. Is that saying they won't budge in the future? I don't know. Silver can go down to $5 an ounce. It's possible. If it went down to $5 an ounce, I'll tell you what, I'm going to load the boat up. I'll load the boat up in any single-digit number. But, I accumulate down at these levels, and it's just like a stock. Buy low, sell high. Some things in my stack I'm never going to sell. They're just going to be passed on. Other things, when they get to a certain point, if they ever get to a certain point, then I'll contemplate selling them. I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, I just keep chugging along with my 30 to 50 ounces a month, or whatever I can afford. And you should do the same with whatever you can afford. Whether it's 1 ounce, whether it's a half an ounce, whether it's 10 ounces, whether it's 1,000 ounces, it really doesn't matter. The bottom line is, and you'll hear it a million times from a million different people, as long as you're stacking and as long as you're making economical sense and you're making a purchase that you feel you can live with. And in the end, that's all that matters. So I'll step off my soapbox now. Let's talk about what I got this month. So let's start with the big things. This month I bought another Year of the Rabbit coin. Australian Year of the Rabbit 2011. This is my second one, and I think I'm going to stop at 2, but I wanted to get a second one. For this one, I paid $48.60. This was back in the beginning of October. It's an MS-70, and I'm thrilled about it. I love it. So this is my second one. Now next, I feel that I got some stellar deals. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 PCS graded MS-69 Libertads, 1997. The thing with the 1997s, there's only 100,000 of this coin, and this is one of my low years that I'm actually collecting. Actually, I'm collecting every year. If you don't know, I'm trying to get 20 ounces of every single year of the Libertad, so I could put them in a tube and, you know, be current up to whatever the current year is. In this case, 2014. Next year, I'll get a tube of 2014, etc. So when there's only 100,000 of a coin that was minted 17 years ago, it is tough to get. And for me to get 4 of them that are MS-69 is really a feat. And for those of you who don't know, and if you see on YouTube people covering up, there's a number on here. The reason people do that is that there's a lot of fraud going on in the internet. And people can look and see what you got. And this is just a word of advice. And so you may, when you're showing your graded pieces, where this is ANCS, you don't see the actual number on here. The number is actually on the back. But on here, it's on the front. And so on the back, these were actually purchased through Atmex. And you can see it's at 113. I paid $103.50. 103.09, 103.09, and 103.09. So for the sake of argument, let's just say I paid $413 for these 4 right here. And I don't know what these are really going for, but I know an MS-13, somebody was kind enough to send me the population. There's only 50 of them, or 53, and I have 4, so I have close to 10% of the graded MS-69s. The guy was freaking out who ended up selling this, and you know, silver, it dropped to the low 16s, and I saw it, and I bit the bullet, and I'm learning that, you know, when you're patient and sometimes you just wait and see, and you take that wait and see attitude. I got these for 103 a piece. Now, if you were to go on eBay, you will see the 1997 by its lonesome selling anywhere from $80 to $100 a piece. Sometimes you'll see it for 65 or 70 bucks, which, by the way, is really good considering there's only 100,000 of them. But to get 4 of these for approximately $103, $104 a piece, it's an amazing deal. So I'm pretty proud of myself with these 4. All right, so next, I also purchased, or actually I didn't purchase these. This is another fantastic deal. I had a friend, the same person from last month. He knows that I'm collecting them. We were having a conversation. And these are the I don't know if you could see it on here. Let's see. Let's see if we could see it, if it focuses. No. Well, anyway, these are the 1986 Libertads, and they are beautiful, I'll tell you that. I got 8 of them. Well, I had 12 in my collection already. So, my friend was gracious enough to purchase 8 of these for me. So, for him to purchase 8 of them for me, I'm trying to turn to something here. I want you to see something. 1 minute. Sorry, I'm usually more organized. So, ultimately, for him to, here's my Libertad checklist, incidentally. So he purchased 8 of them for me. It didn't cost me a penny, which is so cool because by these being free, these 8 being free, it totally hedged the cost of these 4 Libertads right there. So let's just say these cost $24, $25 a piece. That's $200 that I didn't have to pay for. That means it's like I got these for about $50 each. So between this and this, they cost me $50 each for just two of these, and everything else was basically free. It's a pretty amazing thing that he did. So I am so happy that he did that. So that's 8 more ounces to my stack, and it closes off my 86s, which I will handle in a second. Additionally, I got 2 1987 Libertads. This one's in a little bit more rough condition. Not rough, but it's definitely weathered. And then this one is almost practically totally BU. This one's actually BU, but you can see it's a little bit tarnished. Anyway, long story short, 1987s are a very tough pull. Hold on here. I have a list of my prices I want to share with you guys. Give me a moment here. All right. So the 2 1987s cost me a fantastic price, actually. If you were to look online, they cost me $27.95 a piece. So the other one, these are the 87s. These two are the 1991s. Again, I don't know if you can see that. 1991. Sorry about the focus, guys. Those two 1991s, they cost me $55.18 for both of them. So you're looking at around $27.09 a piece. And incidentally, when you look at all my coins here so far that we've talked about, you know, in case this is the first time you're viewing my videos, I also include my shipping price when I tell you the prices. I believe in full transparency. I'm not just going to show you coins. I want to show you what I'm buying and what I'm paying. So if you're paying virtually the same amount, you know you have some type of a gauge of what you're buying. All right. So that's why I like to have full disclosure when I do stuff like that. Next, we're talking the year 2000. So let's talk about the year 2000 for a minute. I already have 9 of them. So when I look at 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. When I look at these 11 close off one of my tube for 2000 Libertads. So that's one tube complete. There was a deal where these 5, they ended up selling on eBay. Anyway, long story short, the total for them, for all of them, were, the cost average was, I got 16 ounces. They cost me $27.24 a piece. It sounds like a lot, and it, you know, according to a spot price of $16.16, yeah, you know, it's $11 over spot. But understand this: the year 2000s only have 360,000 made. So the 2000s come off of 1996 being the year when they went from this style to this style in 1996. So this, let's just pretend this is a 95, even though these are 91s. They went from this style to this style in 96. They only made 300,000 in 96. In 97, 98, and 99, they made less than 100,000 of each coin, which is these for the 1997s. So this brings me to 2000. They only made 360,000. So $27 each is not a bad deal. It's more than that when you look on all the sites online, so I don't complain. It closed off one of my tubes, and I have 5 more potentially for another tube down the line. It's a good deal for me, and that's really all I care about. You know, if I have to complete every year, which is what I want to do for every single year here, then I'm going to have to spend some money, and I'm going to have to go and I am going to have to purchase them. So we got the 1986 done, and we have the 2000 done. Next, I purchased another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ounces of the 2014. That's this year's, because I already had 6. So I already had 6 ounces. This is this year's Libertad. So this closes off that tube. So these close off that tube. These 8 are going to close off that tube. And that's 3 more tubes that are done. What did I pay for these? I paid a total with shipping $21.61 per coin shipped, which is a really good deal. I got them on JM Bullion, and that is where I'm at in regards to these. Speaking of JM Bullion, like everybody else, or a lot of other people, I did buy the Britannias. I bought the Horse Privy Britannias, and I also bought some 2013 Snake Privy Britannias. The Snake Privy Britannias have not come yet. I bought through another site. I do have the Horse Privy Britannias. They came early or late last week, but I am actually going to wait to put them in my November video because I wanted to showcase both of those years, or both of the Britannia Privies side by side. So I did buy more coins this month and more ounces, but I am just going to hold off until November for them. So that's just a little bit of a disclaimer and something that you could look forward to seeing next month. The last coin I bought this month was to add to my Silver Eagle. I have a colored Silver Eagle collection, and this is a 2003 hologram colored Silver Eagle. It's a beautiful, and it really is pretty flashy. I mean, look at that in the light there. It's pretty beautiful. The back is standard. The front is very holographic and colorized, and I love it. And believe it or not, with the case, with the Silver Eagle, I paid $26, and that's shipped. And it even came with a certificate of authenticity of the mint that actually created it. So it's a good deal from me. So anyway, let's do a couple things here. Number 1, my 1986s are completed. Yay for 1986, done. My 2000s are now completed, which is good because I wanted to make some more dents in this row. And now, by October 31st, 2014, my 2014s are now completed. So this is how I am looking. This is what I'm looking at in regards to all of my Libertads. Full tubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, and don't forget, it's 20 times 13, so right there you're looking at 260 ounces, which is pretty incredible when I go over what I'm going to go over with you now. So, next and last, my totals. Happy Halloween, guys. Alright, so as we saw last month, you know, I was at 419 ounces. That's what I spent, 10,576, and that was my cost average. This month, October 2014, with everything that I bought, it was 1288.27. It was for exactly 47 ounces, so it was very similar to last month when you look at my per ounce basis, you know, and my cost. But think about this. 8 of my ounces were free this month, and 4, oh, and incidentally, I'm not including this coin in my ounces. I usually keep slabbed coins outside of my ounces, but if they're Libertads, then I'm going to start including them, and I'm also going to start including Britannias as part of my stack also. These I usually keep off to the side and I don't include them in my stack, but I am going to start including graded coins that are Libertads and Britannias and Eagles for that matter. So when you factor in this number with this many ounces, and 4 of those ounces are $104 coins, more or less. The cost, and 8 of them were free. These 8 were actually given to me for free. My cost average for the month was $27.41, almost similar to what this is. And don't forget that number includes shipping. So when I add last month and this month, it gives me a total of $11,864.42, which is my total spent from January of 2014 through present. And my total per ounce is $25.44 per ounce. And don't forget, that is shipping and handling included in that number. And again, that is definitely a number that I can live with. So guys, with all of this here, with all of this, 47 more ounces, including some premium coins right here, my total stack only went up 22 cents per ounce. Is it worth it? You're damn right it's worth it. If I want to sell these in a couple years, believe me, these things will be well worth more than $103. That's for sure. I could probably get $150 to $200 now for it. So I'm just going to wait it out and we'll see what happens. But ultimately, this is where I'm at. Again, for all the positive feedback, I welcome it. Everybody that's a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Please pass it along, let everybody know, and if you have any questions or any feedback, please say it below. You know, I am open to suggestions, I'm open up to questions, and I appreciate you watching this video. Have a great one, guys, and have a fantastic November. Coming around the corner, Thanksgiving. Have a good one, guys.